Amigos and amigas, it's time to go demon mode. You know, I'm just copying my favorite influencer of all time, Mizkif.
You burned my house to the ground! My family's dead! What do I do?
So in case you guys don't know or forgot about it, a few months ago, Mizkif said that he was going to start suing Emiru and Asmongold and people who are lying about him, right? And he said that he was going to go full demon mode, destroy everyone and own them and
expose everything, bro. It's time to go full demon time. It's clearly obvious at this point. It's full demon time. Why not? It is time to go full demon time. Just letting you know. There is no holding back. Who cares anymore? I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known. And it is time to go full demon time.
And it's been like 2 or 3 months by now. Demon mode has been nowhere to be found. Demon mode sounds like something an edgy 12-year-old would say after you steal his girlfriend in Club Penguin. Oh yeah, you stole my girlfriend at the coffee shop. I'm about to go demon mode. It's just a 30-something-year-old man trying to act tough. But lately, stuff hasn't been going his way. As a matter of fact, he's been getting destroyed by the Roach King, Asmongold. So the YouTuber Legal Mindset recently made this video about the situation and the lawsuit and honestly showing how cooked Mizkif is. Now, as someone that's talked about Mizkif in the past, I think this is a pretty fair follow-up. I am scared of getting sued by Mizkif. He might be going demon mode on me. So if you guys could drop a like, subscribe to the channel, send me your life savings, that will be much appreciated. Anyways, enough yapping. Let's just get right into this.
If you don't know, Mizkif is in his quote-unquote demon mode, and he's gone off suing absolutely everybody, including one Asmongold over here, who is a defendant in this lawsuit, as well as OTK, King, and Mythic Entertainment, and Emiru himself. So Emiru also named in that as a defendant. Now, today we're going to be going over specifically the motion by Asmongold. So we're going to go over Asmongold's motion to dismiss. There are other counts in this lawsuit, so it's not just Asmongold. All of these parties have different counts against them, and they do need to knock those out one by one. But Asmongold is trying to get himself removed from this, and he very well may be successful in that. Now, of course, Emiru is still party to this and still very much involved in this. And Mizkif over here, the plaintiff, making statements about Emiru that, especially in Texas, as we've covered other Texas cases, can get you a temporary injunction, which may end up where you can't speak about them online anymore.
I'll never forget that Mizkif claimed that abuse and him once again getting abused by Emiru was Emiru throwing Kirby plushies at him.
But Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me.
And I don't know why Mizkif was acting like those were like bricks Emiru was throwing at him. Like, how is a 40-year-old man scared of plushies?
So let's jump right into this. First of all, this is from a court document that was filed right in the beginning of February. The fun thing about this in this case, and this is a public document, anybody can look these up. These are available to quite anybody. Mr. Mizkif, who tried to hide his identity there, was kind of called out by Asmon and said, hey, if you're putting my information out there in the lawsuit, I'm going to correct the record and get you in the lawsuit. So what it is a motion to dismiss pursuant to Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 12b-6. So I'm going to get into the specifics here. So Mizkif filed this defamation claim against Asmongold. So specifically, he's a count of this. One of the counts of the lawsuit. This lawsuit is made up of several counts. There's other claims against OTK, Mythic, and Emiru, but all of this stems from online commentary by Mizkif about him and Emiru's former relationship. And the problem with this lawsuit for Mizkif, this is something that I identified from the beginning, is that many of these comments and admissions were made by Mizkif himself. And this is something that Asmongold brings out beautifully in this response and in this motion to dismiss. So, for example, here, when you look at the actual document, and this is stuff that Asmongold and his legal team put together, when Mizkif is crying about being called aggressive or, being called hostile, well, here's the exact quotes from Mizkif. Here's what Mizkif said. I punched holes in the wall or slammed doors in aggression. So he's calling himself aggressive. He then goes on to say, it's not going to be to go back to the place I once was. I was suicidal, depressed, and taking every type of drug possible to fix my brain. And in doing that, I hurt myself more. I was on steroids because I thought I would fix myself. I was taking shrooms. That's referring to, allegedly, it seems like psilocybin mushrooms, which are hallucinogenic, in case you don't know, every day to fix my brain. name, but that destroyed me.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Lawyer, but I have to say this. I refuse to believe that people are this stupid to incriminate themselves this much and then make a lawsuit. Now, it is America. People sue you for literally any reason. It is truly not shocking that Mizkif is suing people. So when these influencers start suing each other, am I shocked? No, I mean, dude, it's fucking America. If you look at someone the wrong way, they could be like, that was a hate speech thingy you just did, so I'm going to sue you because you looked at me for more than 3 seconds and I felt uncomfortable. People sue over the stupidest shit possible. It doesn't mean it's real or that it carries any weight. So when I first saw that Mizkif was suing Asmongold and Emiru, and especially trying to silence Emiru as someone that was actually the victim, I was just like, dude, you're so fucking corny. You're such a fucking joke. Suing the girl and then suing Asmongold for talking about it, it's like, okay. I actually do hope you lose. This, along with the bruises that Emiru got, along with other stuff that, I've covered, you are not winning this one, or at least it's not going to be as easy as you think it is. Yeah, guys, I was suicidal. I was on steroids. I tried acid. I punched walls. Do you think someone's gonna look at that and be like, you know what, Mizkif? You are innocent. Emiru, you have to pay Mizkif $1 million and you have to go to jail. And the Asmongold, you need to go take a shower and go to jail. It's like, do you think that's gonna happen? It truly shocks me that someone as dumb as Mizkif exists, let alone has a fucking platform. Like, yeah, guys, let me incriminate myself even further. It's like, oh, come on.
In doing that, I know I effed up so bad and hurt so many people around. I lashed out. I was angry out of my mind. So in his own words, he was angry and out of his own mind. So commenting that someone is aggressive or angry or was out of their mind based on their own comments is not defamation. That's just stating the factual truth. And then he goes on to say, I did take steroids and that gave me insane anger issues. His own words, once again. I said that if she goes after me, I will go nuclear. And that's exactly what I said. And that is what that is what is going to happen. So saying that he's going to go after her, right? So there's going to be retribution. There's going to be payback, right? That's fair game, right? Saying he's going to go and get some sort of revenge because he said it. And this is summed up. You can see here this statement by Asmongold's lawyer. Mizkif openly admits that he was violent, hurt people, lashed out, had insane anger issues, took a host of drugs, and told Emiru that he would go nuclear on her for publicly speaking about what happened. So saying, hey, look, this is all stuff you said, Mizkif. You openly confessed to your own actions. So any comments by Asmongold or anybody else on the internet about this is not defamatory. You cannot go and sue everybody who decided to play your own video or state your own facts.
I'm asking myself, how does this lawsuit carry any weight? Yeah, I'm going to sue you because you talked about stuff that I said publicly. It wasn't leaked. It wasn't private. This is stuff that I went on air live and said. But I'm going to sue you because you shared your thoughts and your opinions on it. Is Mizkif going to sue everyone that talks about him? Like, is he going to sue WestJet? Is he going to sue Pegasus? Is he going to sue me because I'm reacting to a lawyer reacting to the court documents? Or because I called him an idiot? Or because I said that his face looks super punchable? It's like, well, what are we doing here? This carries no weight. Like it says right here, Mizkif openly confessed to his own actions, so commenting on this is not defamatory. Should Asmongold be getting sued because he decided to talk about this on stream? Now, whether you like Asmongold or not, that's completely irrelevant. I think suing him for reacting to a video about stuff that you said is beyond stupid. That's on you for not knowing when to shut your fucking mouth. I don't know, skill issue, cope.
The other big thing in the lawsuit, and this is a huge part of it procedurally, is Mizkif does not give any specific timestamps or quotes that are defamatory. So all he says is Asmon defamed me, and he links hours and hours of Asmongold videos without giving specifics. Now, look, I know a lot of guys love Asmongold, and you probably watch every video of his. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss you here. That's not me. I don't have time for that. Usually I have time for the clips or times for shorter videos that are processed, much like I have lives, and some people just watch the fast facts like this video, which is why I'm creating it today. People don't often have time to go through everything, but in a lawsuit, you have to do that. You have to say in this specific sentence, in this timestamp, this is the statement. You can't just link all Asmongold's videos and say, okay, somewhere in there he defamed me, go find it, court. That's not how it works in Texas or really anywhere when it comes to defamation. And Texas law is pretty clear that that's not going to hold up when it comes to the burden of proof. And there was one comment about going to jail that he threw out there saying Asmon commented about him going to jail, but that comment isn't defamatory. defamatory. Let's look at that comment real quick. But anyways, they were asking about whether or not Asmongold had any opinion on whether Mizkif was done. Cooked, one might say. And this is what Asmongold. I think that he should just take a break. Good advice, right? He should just try to legitimately just stop. I think he will continue spiraling, and I think it might have already reached that point, but I think it will reach the point where he ends up doing something and ends him up in jail. Straight up.
He says, I think. I feel like a lawyer. I mean, he legitimately says, I think. He's not saying, I believe. I don't know. I should be a lawyer now. He doesn't say, I believe and I hope and I'm praying that he goes to jail. And since when is sharing your opinion lawsuit worthy? For example, I personally think Mizkif is a fucking bold retard. Is that going to get me in a lawsuit? Because of my very humble opinion that Mizkif is a bold retard, is that going to get me in the next lawsuit? The more I hear about it, the more I see of it, the weaker it gets. Mizkif and his lawyers are not even trying.
Really, this is just advice. This is just saying, hey, look, you're spiraling, and when people spiral, they can end up in jail. That's something that happens. It's something very common. Sometimes it's something that's not that bad, and they end up pulling up after they run in with the law. Sometimes it's something that's very severe and wrecks their life, and you wouldn't want it to be something that wrecks your life. So honestly, this is advice that you might even get from a friend telling you, hey, pull up, you're spiraling. You need to do something different. And that's very, very much understandable. That is in no way, nothing about the statement is defamatory, says the lawyer. I would agree with that, not defamatory. Now, we have additional comments that had just came out, and these just came here and were just played, and I'll play this video for you right now, based on Mizkif saying he is now going to publish a book about Emiru and really about everything. So let's watch this clip here for a second and see what you guys think.
I'm writing my book. I'm literally going to write my book, chat, and it's going to expose everything. It's going to be insane, by the way. It's already being written. I've already been writing it. I write down every single thing that happens to me and try to remember everything that's happened, which legit, I'm just probably going to go to 4chan and find out more that I forgot. It's going to expose everything. And my book is going to be $1, and it's going to go to the National Rabbit Society of Humanity, and that's where all the money's going to go.
Dude, Mizkif's book is about to go fucking triple cardboard. No one's gonna be buying the Mizkif book in the Big 26. That's gonna be the first book to make $0, even if he sells it for $1, even if he sells it for 50 cents. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna write a book about my ex just to show you guys how over I am at my ex. I clearly don't think about my ex, guys. Trust me, I forgot about her. Who is my ex? I don't know. Anyone that takes Mizkif seriously in 2026, stop. You cannot take this guy seriously in any way, shape, or form.
So obviously, when you look at that, when you look at the intent behind that, that is something, the implication is that he is going to use that to harass Emiru and to continue to harass her. And even he jokes with the donation about something that, once again, a reasonable person, anybody who's been following this knows that's about Emiru, right? That's obviously about her. So threatening to publish this book, we've looked at Texas, we looked at this case, when we're looking at especially the Tectone case, we saw how easy it is to get certain injunctions filed in Texas. And you could certainly go over, especially in the counties they're in Texas, and get a temporary injunction, because you can say, hey, look, he's harassing me. He's trying to continue to harass me, right? I don't like that. I don't think that's productive. That's not good. This is bad. This is, he could do whatever else or say whatever else, which could damage my brand online. Hey, that might be enough for an injunction in Texas based on some of what we've seen. So we could have Emiru out here, if she pursues it, if she decides to go down that rabbit hole, no pun intended there, and go through that, she could get an injunction against Mizkif. So my judgment here is there's a high likelihood that Asmongold's motion is granted as to the claim of defamation against Asmongold. I think he's got a very, very strong case, and he made very, very strong points. So I think that Asmongold may get out of this lawsuit. This does leave the claims against OTK, Mythic, and Emiru, but some or all of those may be subject to arbitration. So they may be able to pull those into arbitration and slow this thing down. Arbitration being private, out of the public eye, and definitely something that Mythic and OTK would probably want. Now, if Mizkif continues to behave like this, right, I think he's just going to continue to be exposed as weak. His case is going to be exposed as even weaker. It's going to actually poke holes in his own legal filings, and he can dig himself into potentially deeper legal trouble if he catches an injunction over this, which could last for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know that his lawsuit is a fucking joke. It's just such a weak weak, nothing burger, waste of space and waste of time lawsuit. It's weak. It's falling apart as I'm talking. It's such a joke. I don't know why anyone's taking this lawsuit seriously or being like, yo, Mizkif is going beast mode. He's going Mr. Beast mode 6000. He's going to destroy Asmongold and own all the haters. Anyone that unironically thinks that this is a Mizkif W is a loser.